everyone. Can everyone hear me? Okay, so everyone, welcome to Advantech Oil and Gas webinar. My name is Peter, and I'm the host for today's webinar. And our webinar will be started within 5 minutes. And we still have some time, so let's wait other attendees to join us now. And at the same time, I would like to take a few minutes to introduce myself. And again, my name is Peter Huang, and I'm the sales manager responsible for the Middle East and Africa market. So if you have any inquiry or demand for industrial PC, server, networking solution, or any other IoT solutions, please feel free to send me your RFQ or inquiry to me directly. And you can see my contact information on the screen now. Okay, so today our experts, they will share their insight and the ideas to help you resolve the different pain points you may face in oil and gas industry. For example, like the concern of cybersecurity and the risk of explosion in these kind of scenarios. Okay, so as you can see from the agenda, we will start with the IEC 62443 certified solutions first. Then we will share the successful case we have made in Turkey market by our channel partner in local. And today we also have our speakers from the sales team and the product team to share their insight in this industry. After all of the above, we will have a Q&A session to answer the questions we received during the webinar. In the end, we also have a small game for today. And this game, as you can see from the screen, is called the Pay Attention and Win. The gift of this game is the $10 Amazon gift card, and we will random select one winner. And here's the rule. We will release a password when each speaker, including me, finish the presentation, and there are 5 passwords in total. Also, it's 6 passwords. And when you see the password, you have to type the password in the chat box first. And this 6 password can be combined into one sentence, and you need to submit the proper sentence by our Google Form in the end. And the Google Form link will be provided after the Q&A session. So once again, remember, you need to do 2 things. Then you have a chance to win the Amazon gift card. The first thing is that you need to type the password. Well, every time you see it, you need to type it in the chat box. And then the second thing is you need to fill out the Google Form when you finish the full sentence. So as we still have 2 minutes, so let's wait other attendees. So hi everyone, so it's 10 o'clock now, so we are ready to start our webinar right now. And once again, I would like to remind you that we have a small game for today's webinar. The name of this game is called Pay Attention and Win. So like I mentioned before, you need to remember the 6 passwords every time we finish the presentation. So each speaker, they will give you 1 password, including me. And the first thing you need to do is that you need to type the password in the chat box. And then the second thing is that when you finish the one sentence combined by these 6 words, we will give you a link to our Google Form. And then you need to fill out the one sentence into the Google Form. Then we will have a lucky draw to draw one winner for the $10 Amazon gift card. So, okay, let's start our webinar today. Okay, so before that, here's my password. My password is Advantech. So remember this password and just type in the chat box right now. Then you have the chance to win the gift card. Okay, so our first speaker is Frank Guo. Frank is the senior BDM specialized in the switch and the networking solutions. Today, he will introduce how important IEC 62443 is and why it is needed for oil and gas applications. So Frank, it's your turn now. Let's welcome Frank.
Hello everybody, this is Frank from IAOT ICWG department. Today we are very happy to share with you some of the latest standard and market trend for the oil and gas markets. Okay, we know that the oil and gas is very important in the Middle East and some of the countries. And a lot of locations that require more and more for the security. So that today we will share with you more for those kind of things. Okay, first of all, we know that the oil and gas, there's a different kind of applications, especially from the upstream, midstream, and downstream. For the upstream, everybody know that the upstream we need to do the detecting. We need to do the underground kind of earthquake checking, and also we do a lot of things in order to get the crude oil. Okay, and of course the upstreams we have the wellhead monitoring. We have pipeline systems, no matter onshore, offshore. And for the midstream, we have a lot of things, including the pumping station, gas to liquid, those kind of plants. And for the downstream, we have the refining plant, cracker plant. Of course, we need to distribute to all the users. So that no matter from upstream, midstream, and downstream, we have a lot of important asset and investment. So that to protect those important assets is very important. Okay. All right. Several years ago, I think around the world, everybody know that the Rosenwald getting more and more seriously. And also the geopolitics is getting more and more serious. No matter the Ukraine war and some other things. Everywhere, we got a lot of more troubles around the world. And of course, with the global warming happens, so a lot of natural disaster happens around the world. So that in order to protect our asset, protect our investment for the oil and gas, we do need a lot of more security and safety protection for our assets. So regarding to those kind of standards, we know that we have some basic requirement for all the equipments. No matter the temperature, no matter the EMC protection, and of course, we need a lot of certification. For example, like IEC EX, okay, UL Class 1 Division 2, those kind of hazardous location certification. So with those kind of hazardous location certifications, we can make sure that our equipment can perform well and use in those kind of applications. And of course, latest, everybody talk about the security. With those kind of Rosenwald, the threat, the kind of threat from the markets, we need have some activities to prevent those things happen, as that we have more and more connections from the internet to our systems. Okay, so the IEC 62443 is very important nowadays. Okay, and we know that the market share for the security is getting bigger and bigger. Now the forecast is around 200 billion, so it's a huge numbers. And of course, traditionally there's a lot of vendors from IT. They are very good at the security kind of software and the equipment providing. But now we're talking about automation, because automation people, in the past time we enjoy a lot for those kind of the system. Because in the past, when we implement those kind of automation system, that is mostly independence from everywhere. So it means that inside the factories, it's not connected to outside. But now everything changed, because we need to access remotely, we want to connect to internet, we want to do the big data, we need to go to the cloud. So everything changed. So security is getting more and more important nowadays. All right, and based on the market survey and the reports, we know that there's a lot of threat from internet and from internally, externally. All those kind of threat is very difficult to handle. And I think most of the people, they didn't aware for those kind of things. Okay, so those kind of things will happens a lot in your factories now. So that based on those kind of report, we need to come out some of the activities to handle those kind of threats from outside. Okay, and of course, for those kind of global key account and global customers, everybody knows that it's very important for security now. So all the big guys, no matter ABB, Siemens, Areva, Siemens, and maybe Yokogawa, no matter from Japan, from US, from Europe, all the vendors, they aware for the security is very important nowadays. So also Advantech, we're aware for this kind of a market trend. All right. So if we talk about the protection or the security, okay, we need to consider about several targets and angles. The first of all is the software, and of course the hardware from the function and from the applications and from the system point of view. From all the angles, we need to consider about how we protect our asset, how we protect our system. So that is very important. So regarding to the software, I think everybody knows that Advantech is we have a lot of computers. So that from the very bottom point of view, from the OS point of view, from the driver, from the bootloader point of view, even from application point of view, we need to offer different kind of protection strategy and also functions for you to choose. No matter using on the Windows or Ubuntu and all those kind of applications, we have a different strategy and function for you. And also we have our own design, the device arm, and also like a web access and all the related software is to help you to understand the situation at your site and all the status of your equipment, make sure everything functions well. So this is a very basic from software point of view because we have computing, we have a communication technology in Advantech. Okay, and of course, regarding to the computer and networking products, we have a different software and software functionalities. And not only from the software basically for the system point of view, also we have a software for the application and usage point of view. So regarding to the computer and the networking, okay, we have different functionality to make sure that the computer and the networking all in security situation, all in secure condition, all right? So that is very important, all right? So here we have a lot of functions for you, including the software features, also the networking security functions. Okay, and nowadays, as I mentioned, IEC 62443 is getting more and more importance. So from the different kind of level, from company level, from the component levels to system level. So we need to consider about all the things, including our communication and computing solutions all together. And all the things that we do is to make sure that all our systems can function in a well-protected environments. Okay, and of course, we spend a lot of money to send our products to get a certification for the IEC 62443. All right. Okay, after we talk about the software and the hardware point of view, now we need to think about some other things, which is from application and system point of view. Take this case, for example. We have a power plant in the center, okay? Then no matter what kind of power plant, okay, we need to do we need to add some supporting system to make sure that the power plant can function very well, okay? So the threat can be anything, can be from internal employees, okay? Maybe some guys get a USB dongle and probably there's a kind of a virus inside already. And the threat probably from natural disaster, maybe tsunami, typhoon, or anything, or earthquake. And maybe the threat is from internet, so from the external to internal. So maybe some hackers, they try to access the system and causing some damage, all right? So from our design point of view, we need to make sure that all the parts, all the different layers need to consider in a well-secured protection, okay? So from network point of view, we can have LAN A, LAN B. From the operation point of view, we can have control room A, control room B in different sites, different locations. And from the system point of view, we can have a tsunami, we can have leak detection, protection or alert system. And also we can have some the coverage by different kind of network technology. So by wired and wireless, we can have a wired network, we can have a LoRaWAN, we can have a wireless technology, no matter it's Wi-Fi or 4G, 5G. Even we can have drones, or even we can have some satellite communication. So all this kind of a method is to helping us to doing the well protect for this power plant. So that is by different angles point of view to protect your assets. All right. So when we have a different kind of projects, or we have different sites, no matter it's a refinery plant or it's a wellhead monitoring system, so all of us have to consider about what is the total protection for the site. So no matter from IT point of view or OT point of view, from the aggregation from the edge to access to core, then we can have different kind of solution. No matter at the site, we have edge computing, okay, and to work together with our controller PLC and also some important assets. And go to the network level, okay, we have a well-protected network switches, routers, and even the VPN firewalls in the middle layer. And go to upper layer, of course, we have a server, we have a controller, and we have a SCADA system. So that we need to we need to install those kind of protection software and also the device management software, then to help the system to operate in a well condition. So for OT and the IT seamless integration is very important topic nowadays. So that you can find from this diagram is combination. So if you have those kind of important assets, just need to consider about different kind of parameter and what kind of things we need to add to secure the system, secure your assets. So that is very important, all right? Let me make a conclusion for today. I think the cybersecurity is very important and a hot topic for everybody. And IEC 62443 is the latest standard, and we need to follow these kind of ideas to make sure that all our system in a well-protected environment and system point of view, everything in well condition. Okay. Then I need to let you guys know that Advantech is ready for the OT and IT integration. So if you have any question about the cybersecurity and all the things related to the IEC 62443, please feel free to let us know. We will give you the idea and the related product proposal to help you to make a security system and protect your assets. All right, no time to wait, and please ready to jump into the cybersecurity world. And thank you very much. All right. Okay, and about my presentation, the keyword is oil and gas industrial. All right, please keep the keywords. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Frank, for the informative sharing. So have you all seen the password from Frank? And it's the orange industry. So please type it into the chat box now and keep this password. Later you will use this one. At the next session, we will have Barış. Barış, who is the BDM from our Turkish channel partner, GSL, and Barış will share their successful case in Turkey orange industry. So everyone, let's welcome Barış.
Hello everyone, I'm Barış Özdemir from GSL Engineering Turkey. Firstly, I would like to thank Advantech for inviting me as a speaker to this event that's connecting all the industry experts together. I'm going to be talking about some investments and innovations in Turkey for oil and gas market, and I'm going to introduce you a successful application to which we contributed with our Advantech industrial panel PCs. But before moving on to the main part of my speech, I would like to take a moment and introduce you our company, GSL, first. GSL is a 36-year-old company located in Ankara, and we also have a branch office in Istanbul as well. We have been focusing on industrial communication and automation solutions for more than 20 years. So mission-critical applications like power, factory automation, transportation, as well as oil and gas are our main focused sectors. We have a complete product portfolio to address the needs of these specific demanding applications. And we have recently become an Advantech oil and gas partner too, to strengthen our oil and gas offerings. And we have an expert team consisting of network and automation engineers so that we can offer consultancy, commissioning, technical support services as well. So I'd like to move on to the main part of my presentation now. I'll start with this basic oil and gas ecosystem slide that you've probably seen in previous oil and gas events as well. But this is a really nice, simple and clear way of talking about individual processes. This upstream, midstream, downstream terminology is also applicable in Turkey as well. There are some government corporations like Turkish Oil Exploration Company and BOTAŞ that are in charge of upstream and midstream part. And then there are also some private companies like refineries or gas distribution companies as well. But all in all, Ministry of Energy and government regulates the whole sector, and they require the highest level of standardization in the projects. When we look at the last decade, we have seen some major oil and gas projects taking place in Turkey. I can exemplify the underground and underwater gas deposition projects, inter-country pipelines like Trans-Anatolian Pipeline, for example, Türk Akımı, and also pipeline stations, modernization projects, pipeline security projects that are covering the entire country. So there has been major projects, and in all of these projects we have seen the highest level of safety, cybersecurity, and reliability requirements. And even in the recent challenging economical situation, our government is still prioritizing these investments and allocating some considerable budget for the upcoming investments as well. As you all know, Advantech has some really nice industrial PC and connectivity offerings targeting each of these sections. I have compiled some examples, and also I'll be talking about some subsystems that we're also working on. In downstream part, for example, Advantech panel PCs are ideal fit to be used in oil tanker fleet management, and also pump stations kiosk applications. In the midstream part, the pipeline authority has valve stations and pressure regulation stations in which they constantly collect a lot of signals, a lot of sensor data, flow computer data to analyze the gas characteristics. And they need local SCADA solutions and also HMIs to form up and manage this industrial automation system. And Advantech panel PCs and WOP HMIs, for example, are a great fit, as these HMIs can support the desired PLC protocols such as DNP3, Modbus, MDLC, and so on. And we'll be closely following up these kinds of applications, for example. Pipeline security is also a hot topic, and the authorities are handling this as a linear asset monitoring applications. And in our opinion, Advantech vibration sensors, LoRa connectivity, and SCADA all-in-one total solution could be an ideal way of addressing this application requirements. But these are just examples from various components of the ecosystem. Today, I'm going to be sharing the details of an upstream application, an onshore oil exploration project, to be more specific. The credit goes to Advantech Turkey team for convincing the end customer technically, for sure. Now, here are some more details about this success case. So, in this photo, you are looking at the TPIC oil exploration rig. There's a nice Photoshop done in this image. Normally, these are really demanding applications requiring some equipments that are capable of sustaining a seamless operation under potentially explosive, harsh environments. These applications used to have a fully mechanical and manual process, so it wasn't, of course, it wasn't really efficient, and it wasn't safe enough for modern standards. So that's why the end user decided to digitalize the whole system and establish a drill operations management system, which is a critical data exchange requiring a top level of certifications from the industrial automation equipments. So that's why Advantech offering, industrial panel PC offering, was a great match addressing this application requirement. When you look more closely to this rig field, you will notice a container right next to the drilling machine. This is the drill operator's cabinet, and you'll see another container that has a little distance on the other side of the drilling machine. That is the mud logging unit. So I'll be giving you more details about these two components of this total system, and how a real-time monitoring and control system is established between these two. This is a closer look. These are images of mud logging unit and the drill operator cabinet. Mud logging unit is basically a lab that is constantly receiving drilling instantaneous drilling parameters, and also the drilling fluid, they call it mud, and gas samples, constantly analyze these data inputs. Some experts make assessments, and also they use also some petroleum engineering software as well. And then they transmit the process data to the drill operator. And there's a panel PC right next to the drill operator receiving this process data. And the drill operator is adjusting the system according to the data that he receives. This is the basic mechanism that's taking place. Obviously, this is like a basic definition of an X-proof environment. The operator container and the mud logging unit are both strongly sealed rooms with positive pressure, keeping out combustible gas and dust particles. However, in case of abnormal circumstances, all components of ignition equation could, meet in one place and could lead to a disaster. So that's why they cannot use standard equipment. They certainly need to use a top-level certified panel PC solution like ours. At least C1D2 was required from all equipments, as well as the panel PC. So I'd like to share a little bit more details about what kind of data exchange is happening between the two, the drill operator cabinet and also the mud logging unit, so that this, how critical this application is, would be better understood. The drill and well contain a lot of sensors in order to constantly optimize the process, ensure that it's flowing safely, and also to understand if the estimations about the reserve would be realized in the end or not. So they are logging drilling rate, pressure on the tip, rotary speed, strokes per minute, these kinds of parameters constantly. Also, they're constantly gathering geological data to avoid issues, and also constantly collecting mud samples and gas samples to avoid dangerous gas formations, for example, or hydrocarbon content of the samples as well. So these are the critical data that's being processed and pushed or transmitted to the operator. So the end customer informed us that they had started looking into an ideal drill operator panel PC solution with the desired high performance, reliability, safety, and cybersecurity features. And you can imagine how perfectly our TPC 318 panel PC would fit to this description. The features that are highlighted about the TPC panel computer are C1D2 certification to ensure safety, and the customer may even consider the WE version in future expansions or future use as well. The performance criteria like Intel i5 and the memory that is listed here were quite ideal. Having a long lifespan touchscreen and versatile interfaces and expansion capabilities were great, let's say, additional features that the customer liked very much, because although they are not using it at the moment, in the future they are considering to have some additional use of this PC as well. And also, as cybersecurity was also an important criteria for them, supporting TPM 2.0 chipset was also an important parameter in their evaluation. There was an elaboration of how TPM chipsets use was important for the customer. For example, it will protect the PC from unauthorized access or data tampering or data breach. It's an additional layer of protection to prevent malware access to encryption keys, credentials, and it enables secure boot feature so that even in case of a malware, the encrypted data would be in safety. And using some unique registries, PCR values, they can ensure data integrity with local assets or remote entities as well. So all in all, having TPM 2.0 chipsets is an important cybersecurity feature that our solution contained. Finally, I'd like to reveal the next password as overcoming. And thank you very much for your attention. This is all from me today. And for more information, you can contact me from this contact information or check out our website. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for Barash sharing. It's very detailed, and now everyone knows that no matter the C1, D2, or even ATEX, they are a mandatory certificate for you, like SI or channel bar, if you would like to engage the business in the ONG industry. So have you guys seen the password from Barash? It's overcoming. So again, please type it into the chat box and also remember this password, the overcoming, okay? So on this session, we will show you how the AI technologies power Advantech predictive maintenance solutions. And Amin, he's our sales manager from the Middle East and Africa sales team. He will give us his insight for this topic. So everyone, let's welcome Amin.
I'm Amin Berada, representing Advantech Middle East and North Africa. I'm happy to share with you today the world of smart maintenance solution. My goal is to show you how AI predictive maintenance works and why it's so useful for the oil and gas industry. So we know that unplanned downtime costs money. So let's evaluate together the numbers. On average, it's $260,000 lost per hour, which means $1 million lost for the 4 hours average breakdown. And it's not rare. 82% of companies have faced at least one unplanned breakdown in the last 3 years. So no surprise, 75% of organizations are planning a zero downtime as a top priority. It might be your plan as well. So let's explore further to identify where we should direct our effort. In the oil and gas industry, all machines face similar problems. First, they have old equipment that are exposed to harsh conditions. Second, the continuous processing makes it hard to maintain, considering the safety issue. So what all machines in petrochemical plant we see in this picture have in common? The answer is the motor, which is the main element operating, for example, wells or pipelines. So what happens if a motor in the production line fails? We have a shutdown of production line, a financial loss, an equipment damage, or quality decline. Actually, the answer is all of them. So how do we prevent such failures? Simple. We need to keep an eye on motor's vibration and temperature to catch problem early. And this is what we call a condition-based monitoring. So in the next slide, we will evaluate 3 ways to monitor motor performance. The first option involves a wired vibration sensor connected to a data acquisition module. The solution is great. However, it's costly, requires space, and demand power. Another option involves employing portable vibration devices that require individual weekly inspection by workers or by a third-party company. It does the job, but it's a temporary solution since it does not provide a continuous monitoring. The third solution, which we will focus on today, is using a wireless vibration technology, which stands for its quick, affordable implementation and continuous processing. So let's dive deeper into Advantech sensor in the next slide. So here, let me introduce you the key feature of our plug-and-play WISE 2410. First, it's an all-in-one vibration and temperature sensor that will collect the data and transmit it securely via LoRaWAN frequency. So LoRa stands for low power, long range. And that's the reason it needs only 2 standard lithium battery to power the sensor. So we have calculated that the battery life can last up to 2 years if we set up the sensor to upload data once an hour. So once the data is collected, the sensor has a computing on board, which will process the data and then transmit a pre-calculated vibration value with 3 dimensions to the Advantech gateway. The same gateway can be located in a distance up to 5 kilometers from the sensor and can support up to 100 sensors in the same time. And since our topic today is mainly dedicated to oil and gas industry, then yes, the sensor is certified to be installed in an explosion-proof environment. So let's see in the next slide a case study of a gas compressor pump monitoring. So here in this slide, we'll focus on 2 key elements. Firstly, the gateway, which has a web server functionality, is capable of uploading data to different public and or private cloud platforms, such as Advantech WisePass, Microsoft Azure, Amazon AWS, and through different communication protocols, including MQTT, FTP, SQL, and can even use Linux or Node-RED to make its own program. To resume, the solution is completely configurable, but it needs an IT/OT expertise to fully leverage the data capabilities. Secondly, in the top right, you will notice a table we have integrated on the sensor with performance metrics of all motor categories, allowing us to specify a threshold and generate alarm when the motor is failing, and then respond quickly. So that brings us to the next slide where we will explain how we can help you to move from responding quickly to preventing in advance. So here, we will discuss the shift from traditional monitoring to modern monitoring. Traditional monitoring typically involves reactive maintenance, where we fix things only when they break, and preventive maintenance, which include scheduled maintenance based on data collection, analysis, and alarm threshold. It's effective, but it requires expertise to handle the data and experts to react quickly in emergencies. The modern monitoring, on the other hand, harnesses the analytical power of artificial IoT and focus on prescriptive maintenance, predicting machine failure before they occur and react several days in advance. It also includes prognostic and health management, identifying current and future machines issue. The final step is predictive maintenance, aimed at preventing machines failure and optimizing machines performance. So of course, with modern monitoring comes advantages, but also challenges. So let's see them. We have as a first challenge, the data security and privacy. That is basically what we are facing when putting IoT in the field. The second challenge is the integration with existing legacy systems. And finally, we have the implementation cost. We know that AI costs money to implement, and the more costly are the people inventing models and training. And that's the reason we have developed a pre-trained model within our edge to cloud platform. So in the next slide, I will present you a scenario of Advantech PHM software solution, which stands for Prognostic Health Management. A solution that is specially adapted to monitor rotary machines. So here we have the maintenance scenario, which is very simple. Once the data is transmitted from the vibration sensor to the LoRaWAN gateway, there is a pre-trained AI model server that is easily implemented on a SaaS or on a premise that will calculate the machine health score by predicting the next 7 days model performance with a one-click training procedure. So when the health score reaches a set threshold, an alarm is triggered and a service order is automatically generated by the system. So the platform will identify the nature of the problem, if it's a belt issue or a bearing issue, and will also identify the right people for the reactionary maintenance. And we'll send them the notification until the repair is done. So the responsible party will report the status of their task. And through all these processes, managers have access to their dashboard to monitor machine status and decide if necessary maintenance needs to be performed in response to predictive anomalies. So that brings us to the final slide, where we will share companies that have implemented PHM solution to monitor their productions. They have seen significant saving compared to their initial investment. They have seen a decrease in maintenance cost by 25%, a remarkable decrease in breakdown by 70%, and a substantial decrease in downtime by 35%. Additionally, it results in an increase in production time by 20%, which can represent a significant amount for the oil and gas production. So that resumes my presentation today. Thank you everyone for attending. And before I leave, I have a password for you. So here is a hint. So we discussed today about modern monitoring advantages and exact challenges. So the password is challenges. So thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of the webinar.
Okay, so Armin, thank you for sharing. So now I believe that every one of you already know that Advantech is a company, not just provide you the hardware solution. We also provide our client the total solution, which is PHM. So customer, they can do the system integrations based on our hardware and the software solution together. And you guys already seen the password from Armin. It's a challenge. So please type challenge in the chat box, and at the same time, please remember this password. And then now our next speaker is Kevin Zhu. Kevin is the Manager Director from Human Machine Interface Division. And he's going to introduce further our rocket and reliable panel piece solutions and how it can be used and deployed in the oil and gas industry. So everyone, let's welcome Kevin.
Hello, my name is Kevin. I'm product lead of industrial HMI in Advantech. It's my great honor to give you a presentation in this webinar. Today, I'm going to talk about trends in explosion-proof markets specifically related to HMI device. I will also share with you some basic knowledge of explosion-proof certifications. We all know modern industrial production, processing, transportation, storage, and other process produce various explosive substances. It is flooded around the environment in the form of gas, liquid, and dust. These dangerous substances have an impact on public safety. The potential crisis is huge and the people are aware of. More specifically, oil and gas steel process, petrochemical energy and power, food process, pharmaceutical process, mining, energy and power, recycled batteries and other industrial have still some explosive, dangerous process. It is also a key industry with the mandatory requirements for explosion-proof certifications. We have to realize not only oil and gas needs explosion-proof device, but also industry which has hazardous environment should put worker safety for the first priority. In recent years, increasing energy and IoT requirement is a key factor driving the demands for the explosion, which we can say demand safety equipment in hazardous environment is more and more popular in recent years. The CAGR of the explosion-proof equipment is expected to 25%, and market size is more than USD 10 billion by 2028. There has been a rise in the number of the explosions in the extreme environment and manufacturing industries across various regions because of the growing process of chemical toxins and other combusted dust. You can learn the market growth rates by region in the left picture. The increment of the explosion-proof device is also caused by the demand of IoT solutions, such as dealing with the overwhelming amount of data, monitoring aging facilities, and deploying the hazardous environment. Advanced countries continue to form strong requirements for security through legislations, and this regulation blocks competition for other countries, forming the biggest trade barrier other than tariffs. If we need to enter this market, the major challenge comes from the product design, product certifications, specific familiarity, and industry evaluations. In order to fulfill our worldwide customer, Advantech has developed explosion-proof HMI product line. We work with the professional labs and provide reliable products to our customer. Today's topic attempts to guide the concept so that the beginners can quickly understand the relevant and specifications, and also we can learn explosion-proof HMI we have in Advantech. Here comes the classifications of hazardous area. The class and divisions or zone defined by UL or IECEX. All of the explosion-proof HMI apply to have the gas, vapors, and liquid area, which means class 1 under UL regulation and group 2 under the IECEX or ATEX. We only apply for the division 2 or zone 2 class certifications, so that we call C1D2 or zone 2 is different from the criterion we apply. In our portfolio, we have high-performance panel PC and light atom series panel PC. Or you want to select the box and match our C1D2 monitor. Currently, our certificates are all C1D2, but in this year, we will launch a new model with the IECEX and ATEX certifications. If you are looking for the data processing panel PC, you should look at our newest HMI, which name is SPC618WE. For example, the oil, gas, and petrochemical industry is a highly competitive and asset-heavy sector. In the process of oil and gas production, there are few challenges that will core the industry and change how they work, like data acquisitions from the massive amount of facility and upgrading the complex facilities and systems which require continuous monitoring and maintenance costs. A lot of manpower and financial resources. For each process, we have the suitable HMI in order to fulfill IoT development. About the outdoor application of explosion-proof HMI, we provide 12-inch and 15-inch TPC for data acquisition and process operating. This successful case is located in Southeast Asia. The customer using the kiosk stations to pay their online gas stations, which can process transaction and acquire customers' data. Temperature, valves, press sensors are collected. They shows in time on explosion-proof monitor in hazardous workplace. Sometimes you might think about the CPU is not strong enough for the big data analysis. Well, you can choose the optimized box PC in your control room and shows the data in time in hazardous areas. We have to change our mindset. There is not only oil and gas industry can deploy explosion-proof device. Every hazardous area or the dangerous process should choose the explosion-proof certificate device. After all, safety is our first specifications. In this case, pharmaceutical, there are drugs, powders around the environment. This high-density powder will become a flammable material. We can choose TPC 318WH to fulfill the data centralizations and acquisition in this power environment. We will launch a new products for the IEC-EX and ATEX certified HMI called SPC 618W, which will be available in June. The display size is 18.5 inch and CPU is the Intel 13th generation Core i7, suitable for the data centralization and visualization applications. If you need high performance explosion-proof HMI, you should take a look on this, and sample will be available shortly. In addition to explosion-proof, we also offer cost-effective outdoor use NXP I.MX8 chip technology, web panel TPC 100WX, with all extreme harsh environment features like wide temperature, operating temperature, high brightness, and anti-impact functions. In case there is no certification requirement for the projects and fulfill customers' budget concern. This is the end of my presentation. HMI team provide comprehensive device for your IoT applications. You can check our website for more detail. Thank you. And our presentation, the keyword is technology.
Okay, thank you, Kevin, for sharing. So after Kevin's sharing, we know that our solution cannot just be used in the orange industry. It can also be used for the manufacturer and even for the normal industrial applications. So now let's welcome our next speaker for today's webinar. And Vincent, he is the product manager from the remote IO division. And Vincent is going to guide us how to secure our industrial networks by Advantech ADEN 6000 remote IO modules. So Vincent, it's your turn now.
Hello everyone, my name is Vincent, Product Manager of iSensing Device PD. It's my pleasure to introduce next generation secure cloud IO ADEN 6000 and the 6200 series here. Today, I will make you all understand how powerful Cloud I/O series maximize distributed asset management efficiency in IoT era. In the era of IoT, the trend of device integration is expanding significantly. A growing number of assets are becoming digitalized across vast areas. Consequently, high-volume distributed remote I/O modules added are now ubiquitous. However, our customers face challenges with deploying and maintaining large-scale devices and key assets, especially in extensive, inaccessible, or hazardous areas. It's apparent that the cost of maintenance and on-site service are escalating, particularly for high-volume distributed IoT applications. Advantech's cloud-based device management solutions, particularly the new ADEN 6000 and the 6200 Cloud I/O series, stand as the optimal solution to the aforementioned challenges. For key features, including device management, over-the-air update, security and I/O control, facilitate seamless remote access, monitoring, and management of your devices through secure communication. Upgrades via OTA not only reduce maintenance and service cost, but also enhance operational efficiency. For Eden Cloud I/O, it is not only include all the existing features, but also integrating all utility functions into cloud applications through secured MQTT connections. Thus, our customers can manage all I/O over Internet anywhere. In subsequent slides, I will delve into these key features, providing a comprehensive understanding and a rapid insight. Traditionally, our customers had to configure each Eden I/O module individually, using a utility or library within an intranet, limiting the process to a single factory area. However, the scenario shifts drastically when deploying over 50,000 IoT devices across more than 10,000 locations. The questions then become, how can one manage tens of thousands of devices efficiently? What strategies ensure quick and effective device deployment? Group deployment of Cloud I/O from cloud to edge is useful when dealing with hard-to-reach locations or areas that cover a lot of spaces. As all modules are manageable and accessible through the cloud, security becomes paramount for Cloud I/O applications. Four key security features of Eden Cloud I/O are X.509, Transport Layer Security, TLS, Cybersecurity, and access control. X.509 serves as a digital certificate, ensuring device trustworthiness within Ethernet networks. Once device's trust is established, TLS safeguards device communication, encrypting and decrypting data with an extensive selection of cyber suites to prevent unauthorized access. New cyber suite support can be incorporated upon request. Additionally, we implement strict access control measures, including IP whitelisting, to guarantee that only authorized IPs gain access. OTA updates are increasingly important in nearly every IoT application today. These updates ensure that devices worldwide receive the latest features, bug fix, and upgrade through cloud service. The Eden Cloud I/O series supports a comprehensive update, encompassing firmware, certificate, and configuration settings for all devices or specific modules simultaneously. Remarkably, these upgrades require no on-site technicians, as they are fully executable through the cloud. This capability significantly cut down on-site service cost. In today's IoT era, our goal is to manage an extensive array of assets across various applications, including iFactory, logistics, energy infrastructure, transportation, utility, and smart cities, utilizing MQTT-based device management, security, OTA, and remote access. This represents a growing opportunities for expanding Eden Cloud I/O solutions. Next, we will use 4 industry applications to demonstrate how Eden Cloud I/O series can be applied. The first application is oil and gas. In the oil and gas industry, assets are widely dispersed. Numerous sensors and actuators spread across extensive areas, monitor and control various processes. A significant challenge is transmitting the data to centralized location for analysis. The Eden Cloud I/O series facilitates reliable connections to remote assets and enable operators to swiftly deploy a large number of monitoring sites, managing them effortlessly from anywhere through MQTT-based device management. Especially C1D2 certified Eden modules are necessary to prevent potentially accident in hazardous environments of oil and gas applications. This supports our customers in overcoming the digital connectivity challenges prevalent in today's oil and gas industry. The second is about battery energy storage system, BESS, which comprise high-volume containers situated at remote sites near substations. Each container in the BESS cloud systems is equipped with a gateway and several I/O modules. System owners can now manage not just the PC-based gateway from Advantech, but also the Eden Cloud I/O from the cloud, significantly reducing maintenance efforts for these remote assets. The third application is about hypermarket. In the hypermarket's key asset management applications, major brands like Walmart, Tesco, Carrefour, and LD operate numerous stores internationally without engineers at each location. Hence, they greatly prefer cloud-based management to equivalent and the need for on-site service. Eden Cloud I/O enables users to monitor key assets, health and status, environmental conditions, and manage I/O from the cloud. The last case is about cloud-based video surveillance, which offers users the ability to access images and control alarms from multiple sites, managing a vast number of geographically distributed cameras and remote I/O modules. The Advantech Cloud I/O series revolutionized the traditional video surveillance by not only handling diverse sensor signals, but also seamless integrating with NVRs to provide secure I/O access and device management across unlimited distance. TOS with X.509 further ensures secure data exchange. We also want to deliver a message that we are welcome the ODM demand. It's high possibility that customers who need the cloud I/O must have thousands of devices distributed across regions. They want more simple and compact design to easy integration for their existing systems. Sometimes they will also need the domain-ready solutions. We are ready for your ODM business. This is my presentation today. Thank you for your listening.
Okay, thank you, Vincent, for the very informative sharing. So now everybody can see that the latest password from Vincent is raised. So you can also see there's a QR code on the screen, and please access this QR code by your cell phone and just type the complete sentence in the Google phone. And then once you finish it, our team, they will do the lucky draw to select one winner for the US dollars Amazon gift card later. And at the same time, we have a small campaign for our panel PC solutions. We are currently promoting our TPC-707, which is a 7-inch panel PC. And this 7-inch panel PC is powered by the Intel L-Car Lake processor. And it's very low power consumption, and with the various I/O function can be used no matter for the industrial automations or even for any other applications which requires the small screen panel PC. And if you check our chat box, you can find that there's a data sheet of this panel PC. And now we would like to release the one free sample unit of this panel PC. However, we need your project information, and we will apply this free sample for you. So if you are interested in this free sample unit program, please share your project information to us by email. Then we will try to apply the one free sample unit for you. Okay. And okay, so again, please access the QR code and by your phone, and also finish the sentence. Then we will have a lucky draw for the winner. At the same time, I would like to check that if there's Q&A question, we can answer you right now. Give me a second. Okay, I see some questions in the Slido page. However, for some questions, they are actually more related to the industrial situations. So we are not going to answer this kind of question right here because it is quite a big topic. But we can have further discussions after the webinar, and please send an email to us, and we can open this topic and have further discussions after the webinar. And also have you all finished the presentation and the win game? If not, please just finish the sentence right now. Okay, let's wait a few more minutes. We'll still collect the data from our attendees. After we finish this, we will have the winner for this Amazon gift card. Okay, guys, you can see that David, he has pasted the link of our questionnaire in the chat box. So please just double click the link and finish the questionnaire right now. Okay, and meanwhile, I believe that some of you already finished the questionnaire. So let me take a few more minutes to introduce the free sample unit of the 7-inch panel PC. So like I mentioned, this is a 7-inch x86 panel PC powered by Intel Alcar Lake processor, and it supports memory up to 16 DDR4 and with 2 GB RJ45 RAM Pro. And we know that nowadays more and more people, they are using the M.2 storage instead of a 2.5-inch SSD. So of course, for this new model, we can also support the M.2 2242 and the 2280 SATA or the PCIe SSD. And it with I/O like IS-232, IS-485, and it also have the 4 USB port on this model. And for some applications, you may require a panel PC can support a wide temperature. So for this panel PC, it supports operating temperature from -20 to 60 degrees. So just let me paste the data sheet in the chat box once again. If you are interested in this free sample unit program, just write an email to us, then we will work on it. Okay, guys, give me some sec. Okay, guys, I'm back. So now we already have the winner for today's game. And the winner is Delma from Turkey. So let me read the name again. Delma, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce the last name, but Delma Guneski, I guess should be like this. Delma Guneski, congratulations, you are the lucky winner of the Amazon gift card. So our team will contact you after the webinar and send you the link for the Amazon gift card. So, okay, everybody. So thank you so much for attending today's webinar. And this is all for today. And you can access our LinkedIn page or Facebook page, or even send an email to us by above the QR code. Okay, so we look forward to seeing you once again. Bye.